whatever his debate show is. I think there's like 7 that are the same show now, but
Well, and you may not agree with what he says. He's a polarizing guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a great show.
which
But
one?
I wonder what we're going to do. I actually think it's a perfect opportunity for us to go more local, especially if Levitard is gone and goes all podcast. We have the Raiders here.
True.
We have the Henderson Silver Knights here now.
Fact. We might have the Aviators still.
What does that mean? Well, they're all here.
Well,
I'm saying we have more teams than ever, and we now have we're an NFL city. We're an NHL city. Let's go.
there's plenty to talk about.
Live radio, 11 to 3.
And Tyler with his hyper local has a lot to talk about.
Yep. Bischoff noon to 3.
I don't think that's enough.
Bischoff 10 to 3.
That's about right.
Okay.
I think 5 hours of Bischoff is what the city needs.
We broached this topic on our late night happy hour video stream. Bischoff for 3 hours. My idea of going noon to 3. He bristled at the suggestion. Bristled.
Yeah. He thought that was a lot of work.
I don't know if he said now you're misrepresenting. He's your guy.
I know he is.
You like him more than any single host on the station, including myself and Ed Graney.
And me.
And you. I said he bristled, but it wasn't. He didn't say it was too much work.
Well, I don't think he wants to hang around Jared that much.
That might be the true story.
Who would?
I mean, I thought he was also your guy.
He is, but just because he's my guy doesn't mean I'd want to be around him. There's too much of a chance of he's too unpredictable to be around for that much.
Call the front desk. Peerless Broadcasting. Who do you want?
Put a Twitter poll.
What do you want in Will Kane's slot? No. Got to call. Got to call to get things done.
You're trying to overwhelm the poor people that answer the phone?
I may have someone calling a little bit, asking for 10 to 3.
Okay.
I think a 5-hour show would be swell for Mr. Bischoff.
That would be perfect.
Number 3.
I love this story. Love it. Cannonball Run. Remember that movie? Movies?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, there's one of the great
no.
movies of all time.
Wait, is Burt Reynolds in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Dom DeLuise. He just smacks the S out of Dom DeLuise repeatedly.
I've heard him mentioned with the name Cannonball Run. I don't know. I didn't know what it meant.
Do you not listen to the show as you do it?
Yes. That's where I've heard it mentioned. I think you've talked about it.
Who's
before.
one of our favorite guests? Favorite guest.
Well,
Always has great stories.
Our favorite guest?
Celebrity of the 70s and 80s, especially the 80s. Crossover.
What?
Joe Theismann,
Oh,
part of Cannonball Run.
yeah, you're right.
Perry Bradshaw,
You're right.
Cannonball Run. Sammy,
Is that the
Dean Arden.
outtake where like Dom DeLuise is relieving himself in his pants? Or is that an
I don't know.
SNL skit?
I think he was Captain Chaos.
Okay.
He's got the alternate figure. He's Captain Chaos.
Sounds about right.
And that was I think it was one of the first movies where at the end they strung together outtakes because they're just so damn funny. They can't get through different scenes. They just start cracking up.
Is that what it
Burt
is?
Reynolds just like just slapping Dom DeLuise silly.
Or is the only funny parts when they don't do the script right?
It was a very funny script. The Cannonball Run is based on a real situation where, sort of like Smokey and the Bandit. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? I'm just going to keep going back to the old movies, and I don't know any of
What are
them.
you
I know.
talking? Is that Burt Reynolds also?
That is Burt Reynolds as well.
So he's making multiple movies that are the same plot line?
He's making multiple movies of racing across the country.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He has more. It's not even the same series. He has more than one movie.
of racing across the country. Yeah, he was going to get paid to make a delivery cross country in Smokey and the Bandit, and Jackie Gleason is the cop, and in the very. I don't even know if it was edited. I just remember Jackie Gleason in some version of the movie continue to call the bandit a scumbum. But I feel like in the real movie, he maybe did call him a scum bucket.
Why was the other reason he drove across country?
Cannonball Run.
What does that mean?
Cannonball Run is a race to get across the country, and I don't know if that's officially a race. It's probably a race. But you're supposed to go from Manhattan to Redondo Beach, and people do it trying to set the record for the best time. And because of the coronavirus, there was just no one on the roads, so it allowed people to go 1,000 miles an hour across the country, and the record kept getting shattered, like week after week after week. I think the current number is just under 26 hours to go from Manhattan in New York to Redondo Beach.
One driver?
No. You're right. That's a different record. No, you can go as a team.
Oh, that seems easy. The only challenge really is the stops, right? Yes. Ari said we should do it.
Yeah, you think it's easy?
There's no way. Go ahead, Ari.
You think it's easy to be here 3 hours? So how would 26 hours?
You know how scary it would be? You know how freaked out you would be?
And he's driving, of course, the whole time. by the way.
No, I wouldn't drive the whole time.
No,
Oh, you
But-
would relinquish control of?
I would have to, but I'd be the lead driver because I'm the most aggressive. You're not going to go fast.
I'll go fast. I won't be aggressive, but I don't zoom in and out, but I definitely go very fast. So I think that would I would be a better driver with less traffic because I'm not going to zoom in and out. You would, when there's traffic, you would be the guy because you don't care. You'll run somebody off the road.
The record up until last year was 27 hours and 25 minutes. Basically, you have to average 103 miles an hour, and you're going nonstop. Challenge goes back to the 70s, and that movie was in 1981. But yeah, recently, there you go. Sorry, I'm looking at the story now. Captain Chaos mentioned in the fourth paragraph. But they've now done it in under 26 hours, a team. So you're looking at probably up to about 105 miles per hour on average.
They may pull that off. I think the biggest question to me is how far into Manhattan do you have to go? Like, is that why
Makes it easier now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be like, I feel like it would take like 2 hours just to get out of Manhattan, and then you have to average like 130 miles an hour the rest of the way.
Well, it's Manhattan to Redondo Beach, but you're right. What if the beginning of the ride you just get completely screwed?
Yeah, you're sitting
at
in
the
traffic.
Holland or Lincoln Tunnel. You're like, I can't even start. Why is there a line?
And you don't have easy pass, and you're like, God, I gotta wait in the toll booth. This sucks.
How many times have you driven cross country?
Probably double digits.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people?
I've done it myself a couple times.
By yourself. How many times did you stop?
2?
You did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I cannot remember how much time it took me because I did it a couple times as well. Although one time I did it with a U-Haul dragging a Camaro behind me.
Ooh.
And I got a flat tire in Arizona, and then I ran out of gas at one point, so that was not a record time.
Oof.
But the other time I did it, I think the best time I got, I stopped twice, but I refused to stay in a hotel. So I just slept like at wherever. That was the time that in New Mexico I stopped. I took a nap, and a guy came up to the window, was knocking on the window, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't know. What's up?" And then it hit me. I'm like, "All right, this guy wants to come in and have me work on him a little bit." And I was like, "Okay, back to the road."
I stayed
And
in,
that parcel I stayed in. Of course,
exactly.
we hooked up.
I stayed in Tucumcari one night also.
Did you?
The town of motels it's called in New Mexico. The southern route I feel like is better than the northern route.
I don't like the northern route.
Yeah, too many mountains.
Yeah.
And there's no good towns at all. Not that there is in the south. You get stuck in like Amarillo and Little Rock. It's a disaster.
I didn't come anywhere close to 26 hours. I probably did it high 30s or low 40s in terms of hours going across the country. Because like I said, I didn't stop at a hotel. Just slept on the side of the road.
I feel like I got close because one of the trips back, I was with my fiance at the time actually, but we got in a fight in Amarillo, Texas, and
Fiance, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't think we talked for like a day and a half, but I was going like a million miles. I was like, we've got to get home. Like as soon as this sucks. I cannot be in this car anymore.
All right, Ari, you set up the car because it won't be one of our cars. We got to get something fast.
Yeah.
And if we make a run at say like 30 hours, Ari gets to drive for how long? 5?
Maybe 20 minutes.
You're not going to drive fast.
You realize I made it from Pennsylvania, northeastern PA, Scranton, Friday night. I believe I left at 5 East Coast time, and I got here at 5 a.m. on a Sunday.
Wow, look at this. Brag.
Pretty good.
I don't know how what that equates to in hours.
What would you do with Adam like clutching the dashboard and me screaming at you to go faster in the backseat?
The balance is though, do you get a super fast car because it's going to burn gas so quickly, Or do you get a car that's a little bit slower, where there's less stops for gas? Because that's really where your time is going to come in.
It's a good question. I'm going to have to address this in the future. Top 2 stories.
Number 2.
Yeah, sad last couple of days. Terrible in Minneapolis, especially. You remember former Laker, Devin George?
Of course.
Minneapolis guy. And actually a very big figure in Minneapolis. He told the Undefeated, he said the rioting glosses over the hot seat. Keep all the focus and attention on what the police there are going to do next. He said that's the saddest part is we're talking about the riots now. I want to talk about what they're going to do. When are they going to arrest this man? So that was early this morning. They have arrested Derek Chauvin, the police officer accused in the third-degree murder of George Floyd. But Devin George said, I want them to stay on the hot seat. He also, sort of associates with Floyd. I don't know if people have read up on George Floyd, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
6'6". And George, who was 6'8", said, you know what, police can look at me and my size and be really scared. Our size really heightens their insecurity and how much they're scared. I'm a peaceful brother who's nonviolent, but immediately they can pull me over and say, damn, this dude's pretty big and fit. So, maybe there's a chance they go overboard. George, like I said, is a really big figure in Minneapolis in terms of real estate development, community leader. He also lashed out at the looters and said there are a lot of people who aren't from the community who are doing a lot of the stuff. I've been able to get into some rooms and to put resources into our communities that have been underserved for years and years. It hurts me because I understand the hard work it takes to put things in our communities, and now for them to be destroyed, who knows how long it'll take for them to come back. People who destroyed them don't know how hard it is to put amenities and homes and living situations in these sorts of communities. Part of his work included a 2016 project where he built 45-unit affordable apartment project 2 blocks from where he grew up in North Minneapolis.
Yeah, and part of that, like I think you completely agree. It really sucks to see what's going on. And by the way, all over the country tonight is erupting again.
Yeah, we're seeing San Jose, Atlanta, obviously.
DC.
There was some protest here, but Atlanta's getting violent. San Jose, they were blocking some major roads.
I think the Strip is shut down now.
Minneapolis, it continues. We saw the largest group of ginger human beings.
Yeah.
And in some of the shots in Minneapolis. But listen, people on the looting thing, people get angry and they don't process. They don't process. And we've seen that. We've seen that over the last couple of days. You saw a woman in a scooter, stabbing at people. She's not processing what she's doing and what could possibly happen to her. I mean, the guy who went to the Kentucky, he's all angry, right, about the closures. The guy who's on the governor's mansion lawn, lynching up a dummy with the governor's face on it. He wasn't processing, the ramifications of the whole thing. By the way, he got fired from his job because he got ID'd in pictures. So when people start to get crazy and violent, they're not always processing who it's hurting, what they're doing. And Devin George, the former Laker, even said, he's like, I've got a couple of buildings there. Like, we had to go as far as putting up some plaques, saying I'm the one who built the building. He put up pictures of him and Kobe out front of the building to say, like, not here, don't do it to this building, please.
Yeah, but I think we also have to be careful about how it's portrayed, because I was fascinated last night watching the coverage. I was horrified and sad and everything else, but I was very into watching all of it. But at the same time, like, how many people anywhere talked about how a bunch of people that broke into that Target set up an area basically where they're like, hey, if you are displaced from your home or if you're in trouble, we've got all these items like that we can pass out to the community to help people. Like that wasn't covered. That wasn't talked about because it's not like it's not explosive and it's not it's not the big thing to watch on TV. So like you also have to be careful about how many people are actually doing it, what you're covering, and where your where your focus is during this time, because it's such a small percentage of people.
Number 1.
Dan Orlovsky, developing media star, former backup quarterback of the National Football League, on Get Up. He's been a regular guest. I think he's in the running for the Monday Night Football gig, or at least he was. I don't know if he jeopardized it. I hope he didn't. You should be able to speak out. But the other day, he was talking about Dame Lillard who earlier in the week, the NBA player with the Blazers was like, I'm not playing if there's nothing to play for. I'm not coming back. And in a nutshell, Orlovsky closed out by saying that they have to go to work. They have to go earn their money. I struggle with sitting here and going, you don't come off in some way as a spoiled, entitled brat by saying, I'm not going to play. Lillard saw that and he said, entitled and spoiled, MF, watch your mouth. He goes, my background, family, and character couldn't be further from entitled and spoiled. I said what I said. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was a great comeback, but he wasn't even done because he also said, you set out your whole career, basically, which is, it's just mean, but it is also a perfectly timed tweet to come after him with. I've heard of you one other occasion, and it's not worth mentioning. Because somebody had tweeted out, I've never heard of Dan until today. Lillard said, I've only heard one other occasion it's not worth mentioning, which I assume, because everyone else on Twitter picked up on it, was the time that Dan Orlovsky was scrambling in the back of the end zone and just ran out of bounds by like 6 yards.
I mean, they're interesting shots people are taking at Dan Orlovsky. They're going to know who he is if he, lands Monday Night Football, is making whatever, $4 or $5 million for that gig.
Yeah.
So,
but this didn't really.
He's entitled. He's entitled. I think I don't know that he was saying. Was he saying Lillard is entitled and spoiled, or you're coming off as entitled and spoiled? Is it different?
Yeah.
Was he trying to speak to what fans will say?
I think he was just saying you're coming off that way with these statements.
Right.
I think when you look at it not ending either, like it continued to go on, where Orlovsky tried to apologize on Twitter. He said, "You're right. I was wrong to use that phrase at the end. That's my bad. My comment started with saying, I hope we all realize nothing's meaningless anymore. And if it's about protecting loved ones, 100%, I shouldn't have said entitled or brat, and that's on me. My bad." Lillard was not pleased with that either, good, which I think is fair because what he's saying is you're telling your couple of Twitter followers this after saying something on ESPN with maybe millions of people watching. What he said is go back on TV with real Skip Bayless and tell him and those viewers that, and tell Skip I can answer his question as well. What have I done since y'all got so much to say? And I don't know either one of y'all.
It's the Big 5 at 5, brought to you by Battle-Born Injury Lawyers. If you've been injured, call Justin Watkins at Battle-Born Injury Lawyers, 570-9000.
Oh, no, I've got him cranked.
This traffic report is brought to you by Finley Kia. Come see a Kia at Finley Kia on West Sahara.
Bunch of accidents on the highway. We still have the 195 southbound going into the Spaghetti Bowl.
What I have here
fresh 115 southbound over at Tropicana, and another one 215.
I just want to make sure he sounds okay.
This traffic report is brought to you by Finley Kia. Come see a Kia at Finley Kia on West Sahara.
Even in these uncertain times, you can still get Kia from Finley Kia. Visit our main showroom or shop online at finleykia.com. Delivery right to your door is still available via Finley Joy Drive. It's simple, safe, and entirely online. Come get a Kia.
ESPN Las Vegas wants to recognize, share, and support our local businesses and community service organizations. To share your info, go to lvsportsnetwork.com, click on the Las Vegas United link, and submit your info. And we'll share it on our website.
Sky Diamonds has reopened and is ready to help you celebrate in an amazing way. Zero interest financing on all diamonds and fine jewelry. Miss that anniversary? Get a $3,000 diamond tennis bracelet for just $50 a month. Been postponing your engagement? Get a $7,500 engagement ring for $125 a month. The power of love will prevail this summer, and we're making it one to remember. Sky Diamonds, located in Town Square, South Las Vegas Boulevard, corner of Sunset.
21 Gavish Real Estate.
Gavish? That's Gavish. Did you know people are still buying and selling homes right now? Hi, I'm Ido Gavish with Century 21 Gavish Real Estate. Call us at 702-255-1145. With any real estate questions you have, that's 702-255-1145. Or visit us at GavishRealEstate.com. Remember, there's only one Century 21 Gavish.
Okay, grab a pen and a paper because we're going to lay it on you straight up. Everybody wants to know how much a loan from Dollar Loan Center really costs, and it's way less than most people think.
I'm almost feeling away. Like I don't have to tweet something like that. Do you?
No.
Vegas, Reno, Carson
We're just-
City.
we do it
Palm,
any day we need
Laughlin,
to on the
Fernley.
air.
The DLC is everywhere. So check this out. Let's start with a loan of $500 and we'll do the math from there. A $500 loan at Dollar Loan Center costs $2.75 a day in interest. Again, a $500 loan will cost you $2.75 per day in interest. If you need it for a week, $19.25. That's it. No fees to apply, no penalty to pay early, nothing else. Critics want you to think you have to pay back 2, 3, 4 times what you borrow, and it's simply not true. Please do your own research.
Licensed by the Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Annual percentage rate of 199.99%. For additional cost information, call 866-550-4352. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Sam and Ash want to show their support for the Las Vegas community during these challenging times. With so many of us stuck at home and so many local restaurants in need of patrons, Sam and Ash will be awarding one lucky winner per day a gift card for a dinner from a great local restaurant. It's the Winner Winner Local Dinner Giveaway. Just go to samandash.com. That's samandash.com and register. Winners will be chosen daily and notified by email.
It's time for some straight talk. Even though most live sports are on hold now, big wireless companies haven't stopped playing games. They're always trying to lock you into overpriced contracts. With Straight Talk Wireless, there are no contracts. It runs on America's best network, same as the big carriers, but you save up to 50%. $45 a month gets you the unlimited plan with 25 gigs of high-speed data, then 2G. You might miss sports,